Oh boy, here we go.
Oh boy.
Here we go!
Let's fly!
Let's go.
Let's fly. That's still fucking hilarious.
The sad.
Like,
Let's
what a choice.
they wouldn't have known what to do if she didn't say it though.
Who's this? Michael.
The few weeks ago when she had the sad let's fly.
Because they had to worm in the catchphrase because that's all she can say to make the ship go.
I don't even remember that. I've already blocked so much of this season out of my brain.
It's not so much blocking, it's just forgetting.
All right, well, let's unblock our rectums and prepare to shit all over this episode.
Oh, don't worry.
All right.
I'm ready.
Hello, and welcome to A Star to Steer By, a Star Trek podcast. I am your host, Jake, and joining me today are...
Chris.
Ames.
And this is your old-timey pal, Caitlin. I don't know what voice Jake is doing.
I don't know either.
I was waiting for a Phineas Fogg joke for some reason. I don't know why. It has nothing to do with the episode. But...
Last night out of nowhere, I was like, I say. And I was really excited because I've never really tried to do a foghorn.
Ooh, nice.
Foghorn my leghorn, if you know what I mean.
All right, well, let's foghorn this shithorn. I don't know. All right, so this week on our show, we will be talking about Star Trek Discovery. Season 4, Episode 13, the final episode of Discovery Season 4. Get ready. Prepare your rectums because we're gonna give you something.
Fisting.
It's been a while since we had Jake in the morning.
Jake in the morning.
He's done this before, but it's been a while.
Oh.
We need that soundboard. We've been doing this for 20 years. How are we supposed to do it without boo, 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 Jake in the morning?
Toilet flush sound.
Oh, that's Kovich going on screen.
That's right.
I have a very important matter to attend.
I was about to say I'm just sitting here watching Ames disassociate, but then she snapped in with that.
That's right. All right. Well, anyway, we will be talking about Discovery finale of Season 4, Coming Home.
What a terrible name.
I just can't help but think of Beldar and what's her name in Coneheads going home, coming home the whole time.
Yeah, I get that. Well, what happened in Coming Home? So we're picking up where we left off from last week. So we have just royally pissed off Species 10C by letting Book and Tarka have their way with it. So we're like, well, what the fuck are we gonna do? We can't communicate with 10C. 10C's really angry. We try to call him up and are like, hey, so those weren't us. Those were these other guys. So don't blame us for their shit. And 10C's like, what are you talking about? You are just you, and they're part of you. And apparently now we can have really detailed conversations with 10C.
Yeah, when did that happen?
Between last week.
Between scenes.
Yeah.
Between last week where it was okay, we have to figure out how to communicate.
Us.
Yeah,
us. The word us.
All right. Oxygen, nitrogen, atmosphere plus DMA equals fear. Great. We've done it. But now it's recite the Gettysburg Address.
Not even. They can have fucking Plato's Symposium happening or whatever.
But anyway, we are able to now have more detailed conversations with 10C, I guess. And we try to explain to them the situation, and it doesn't go well. But we're like, okay, well, we still need to stop Book and Tarka, so we have to figure out how to get out of the bubble that we've been stuck in. And Stamets is like, hey, I can do it. I just got to use the old jumpy thing, but it's going to take all of our jumping power. And they're like, but then what? But then we won't be able to go home. And they're like, yep, we're just going to have a series about a ship trapped on the other side of the galaxy and trying to get home.
Sounds like a great show.
Sounds like a really good show. That's probably what season 5 will be. Not because we do it. And then we're like, shit, we got to stop Book and Tarka. And then we also find out that Tignataro is over there. But Book and Tignataro figure out how to escape from their force field prison using
a cat door.
A cat door that for some reason gets through security force fields. Seems like a...
Of all things to fucking pay off this season, it's Grudge not liking hollows.
Yes. So
she's a queen, all right?
Tig crawls out through the cat door and then manages to beam back to Discovery. Insert missing footage here, because I did not see that part.
It did
I believe
happen.
you it happened.
We saw her beam onto the bridge, and Jake was apparently just catatonic.
And as ever, she was super just like, hey, I escaped.
Sass, insert sass here.
He's about to blow everything up. Book says he loves you, and you can kill him if you gotta. Now I want some hot and sour soup.
So they're like, okay, well, what
seriously.
What do we do? And the spirit of Worf leaps into our heroes from 700 years in the past to declare ramming speed.
That sounded like an Alex Jones impression. What the fuck?
They're making the ramming gay.
The ramming was always a little gay.
Yeah, newsflash, asshole.
That's what I say before ramming speed.
Oh no. Newsflash, asshole, ramming speed.
Can confirm, question mark? I don't really know.
I was just trying to make an It's Always Sunny joke.
Sorry, I haven't seen it, so I didn't realize.
So anyway, so we're like, well, we can ram Book's ship, and that will help somehow. And Detmer's like, I'll do it, Captain. To which Ndoye, who's out of the brig somehow. Oh yeah, we found out that Ndoye was the one that sabotaged the ship and allowed Book to escape. So we're like, send her to the brig. Or
lock her in her bedroom.
Yeah, I think they locked her in her bedroom.
Yeah, they can find her to quarters.
But now she's somehow on the bridge and she's like, actually, I could do the ramming speed thing.
I'm the best pilot here.
They called her up. They were like, hey, Reese, we know you're our tactical officer, we think, but you suck. So we're going to call this traitor to tactical instead.
Have we ever seen Reese do anything tactical before?
No, but I think he's technically the tactical officer, maybe?
I don't know. But anyway, so Ndoye takes a shuttle and rams Book's ship.
And survives.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was going to say, the heroic sacrifice didn't mean anything because it wasn't actually sacrifice. But she did manage to take down Book's shield long enough that they could beam Book off the ship or some shit. Or try to.
Well, no, it's Tarka beamed him off.
Oh, yeah, Tarka beamed him off.
But they were trying to get him the rest of the way, basically.
Yeah, that's right. But anyway, so like, even though the ship's basically destroyed at this point, Tarka's like, I'm still going to do the thing. Book, you gotta leave. So he beams Book off, and then the ship explodes because of the ramming or something, or who knows. It exploded, but anyway, it exploded benignly, and it didn't end up destroying 10C.
Wow.
Unlike Chris, who is exploding whatever the opposite of benignly is.
That's
it, yes.
That might be the title.
Only Tarka ends up dying.
It exploded benignly. That is good.
So then then 10C's like, wow, that was cool, guys. I'm gonna bring you down to my place and we can chat face to face. So then
Netflix and chill.
So then they bring the whole bridge crew.
Except Reno. Well, who knows where
She's not the bridge crew.
Reno vanished.
Reno vanished because she was filming on a different day or something again. Because we only hear the voice of her for the rest of the episode. So they take the whole bridge crew to 10C's pad, and
the Ferengi guy, which I was so glad.
They brought the delegates. It seems like
he had no lines. He was
there. And then we proceed to have an extremely long conversation with 10C, which like stenographer Saru has to type out in farts, and
that's how they communicate. We learned this.
Yeah, they just like
they sniff the farts and they know. Oh, you're sad.
They're like dogs.
Yeah, and then 10C's like, great. Well, it sounds like you guys everything worked out for the best. Why are you still so sad, Michael? And Michael's like, well, because
her farts and found them sad.
Yeah, we had to.
My traitor boyfriend is
dead. And 10C's like, actually, we had a feeling this was gonna happen, so we picked him up. here you go. And then Tarka materialized. I just thought it was funny that without any explanation, 10C knew it was Book.
Oh, yeah, girl, it's hilarious. No, because Tarka was dead and because he... Wait, what are you talking about? Knew it was Book.
Because Burnham says, my
yeah.
boyfriend died in the ship.
One of those two guys was my boyfriend, and they picked the right one.
And they picked the right one.
Well, but they intercepted his transporter.
Yeah,
beam.
but
yes, it is weird that they realized that's what it was because
they
of
could
this
have been like,
conversation.
okay, here's the guy, and then it could have been Tarka, and she could have been like, well, nice try, and I'm glad you saved this guy, but
yeah, I'm not glad you
quite
said
right.
that.
I'm glad you saved him. Then she whips out her gun and fucking just blows him away. Like, oh, I'm so glad that...
Anywho, so 10C is like, here's Book, and then Book gives a fucking 4-hour-long speech
Oh my god.
about how much the DMA sucks, and how much 10C sucks. And meanwhile, Saru is like trying to like type this out in a way that won't offend them. So like after the whole speech, Book's like, so did you get all that, Saru? He's like, yeah, I just said DMA bad. That seemed to work. They seemed to get it. Anyway, meanwhile,
man.
so then 10C is like, okay, we're just gonna ship you through the DMA wormhole so you don't get stuck here. And they're like,
We
great,
do not want to talk to you anymore.
all right, bye.
Yeah, the DMA is like, look, this is taking way too long.
So we get sent back. Meanwhile, in the Alpha Quadrant at Earth, Tilly's home, or Tilly's back, I guess, for a bit, and so are 2 of her cadets.
The others were spaced.
The others were spaced. And they're doing a major evacuation of Earth, but it ain't going so well because, well, they don't have enough ships, and...
They're ship out of luck.
They're ship out of luck, and it looks like all is lost, and then Admiral Vance is like, here, Tilly, have some whiskey. Let's die together.
We've got 2 hours to regret everything. Wink.
Tilly's
Oh,
like,
no.
Tilly's like,
I
hey,
don't ship
Admiral,
that.
why do you carry 2 flasks of whiskey with you? He's like, I'm a functioning alcoholic.
It's COVID, and we can't just have one.
Oh, yeah,
They
that's
could have
exactly
been
right.
sneaky
Could've-
cuts.
they
though.
Oh,
could've
yeah,
done
there could've.
like just the fact that he has 2 identical flasks was a little silly.
It
Anyway,
is, yeah.
He's
it
like,
really-
well,
it
they were
really
his,
makes-
I got a good deal. They were his and hers.
He's like, I also got some hidden under the console over there, and in my office. And if I take my boot off, there's one in there too.
Oh, he's got a booty.
He's a bootlegger.
Hey, there it is.
So anyway, yeah, that's all that happens.
You haven't gotten to the big ending.
Oh yeah, and then
Which
with our
one?
newest
So meanwhile, so
friend.
37 endings.
Well,
So-
Sam goes back to the bar and he falls in love with Rosie or whatever the fuck her name is, and
yeah, so anyway, they Admiral Vance and Tilly think they're gonna get killed, but then the 10C turn off the DMA and everyone's saved. And only several billion people died, not the everyone as expected.
you know,
so,
that's cool because we don't know those people.
Yeah, we didn't know them. So
Just like the bridge crew.
Mm.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, great, sounds fun. And then we have a big long ending where we see where everybody goes. I don't know if they thought they were getting canceled or something because they do a lot of.
They claim they didn't. They claim this was never meant to be the season or the series finale.
Yeah.
So-
Wow. Well,
Because they
then
do a bunch of like showing like Stamets and Culber hugging,
Going
and
on vacation together
going on
in
vacation.
Disneyland.
they didn't know. They didn't think they were being canceled, and this is how they ended the season. Like, are they not ashamed?
Better than how they end it when they do get canceled.
Oh, come on, really?
So they basically do a series finale style montage showing what everyone's doing, and then our final end scene is we find out that Earth and Nivar have now officially joined the United Federation of Planets, and we get to meet the President of Earth, Stacey motherfucking Abrams.
Stacey Abrams. I couldn't remember her name.
Yeah, because
At first I was like, who the fuck is this? And I was like, oh, it's her!
Yeah, because the president herself doesn't get a name.
Amazing.
Hilarious.
That's because she's all of us, really.
And so there is a real life politician cameo of Stacey Abrams as
Herself.
herself as the president of Earth, which I have thoughts about.
We'll get to them.
So, every Black Friday since 2019, I have sat, and because I refuse to leave the house on Black Friday, I marathon the extended edition of Lord of the Rings.
We call it Black Rider Friday.
I do. And, I tell people that, they're like, oh man, those take a while to end. It's like, you don't understand that when you watch all 12 hours in a row,
Good
the
God.
interminable endings feel less interminable, they feel earned. The 37 endings of this do not feel earned.
At what point do you start skipping ahead?
No, I don't.
That's insane.
No, it's a good time. It's once a year, so it works out.
So wait, so you watch the extended editions of all 3 films. These are each like 4 hours.
It takes
long.
like 4. It's commitment.
It's roughly a 12-hour day with breaks.
When do you binge the Hobbit movies?
I do not.
No, we binned the Hobbit movies. Binge them now.
But either way, I again the lengthy Return of the King ass endings here not earned. Like those could have been really most of that could have gone. Like just fuck off. I don't care.
Yeah, and it's just narration from Michael, and I will always say it's easy. It's a better feeling at the end when you see an ending than when they tell you an ending.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need all these epilogues saying, like,
So
look,
many.
Stamets and Hugh are going to a concert together.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Adira's still technically here.
Poor Adira. Yeah, like, God.
Poor Adira. Poor us.
I will say.
Adira's just living their life. We have to watch it happen.
Also, there's so many. No one died except Tarka. Like, you have all these fake out. Like, here's the thing. I don't want them to kill Book because David Ajala is one of the best parts of this show. But it would have meant something.
Yeah, they should have killed the traitor at least.
At least, like, that would have meant way less. But it would have been.
We wouldn't have cared.
Something.
But it would have been
and
a thing.
it also, like, I had a real problem with the fact that evidently there were 0 consequences
she's
to
still
the
on the.
sabotage.
That pissed me off. I was like, and you're going to jail for a long time. And Chris is like, no, she's not. I was like, what?
If she had died heroically,
you'd be
like, okay, great.
Fine.
She
Redemption.
Okay, yes, but on the other hand, Tarka had his, like, this is what pissed me off, was when Tarka was like, I'm gonna save your life, Book, boop, 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 boop. And I was like, nope, it's fucking too late. I'm glad Book's okay, but there's no redemption arc for you.
I'm glad he's dead.
And Kylo Ren can both get fucked.
Yeah. I don't think it was. I don't think that was a redemption. I think that was a.
But they were playing redemption music under it.
That's true.
They were very much. For our aesthetics pedant, you're not noticing any music, Chris.
This season is hard to pay attention to.
But yeah, they were definitely playing like the, wistful, hopeful, Tarka's there while everything's falling apart. Will he make... No, he exploded.
Good.
And I think you're left to believe... Are you left to, side with him at the end?
I don't know that you're meant to side with him, but I think you're meant to have empathy or sympathy for him because, his dead boyfriend...
Yeah.
He lost his boyfriend and now he's going to explode.
Yeah, but I don't care.
No, right, exactly.
I don't care about his stupid boyfriend.
But
I don't give a fuck.
But also, what's funny, and it's in my notes, I'm a fucking sucker for emotional manipulation. So I did think it was sort of, rather than that whole long speech, they should have just dropped Book in faster and just have him do his bit. Because I kind of like that, and I know it was stupid, but he lit up his forehead, and they're all like, oh, we can do that too! And it was
We're Quajon as well.
Yeah. And it was like, that could have worked a little bit. It's so long. It was so long. This whole season.
The speech was so fucking long. And the fact that,
And it wouldn't have felt as bad if it wasn't coming after an already long speech.
Yeah.
2 already long speeches.
And, the fact that
Really
Saru was just there to play stenographer this whole time.
Poor bastard.
Where it's like, where... And kind of like what I was saying, in the previous episode, we had basically gotten to,
1 plus 1 equals 5.
C-spot run.
Yeah.
Run spot run. We haven't even gotten to that level. And yet we're able to communicate these extremely detailed, sophisticated ideas.
They wibbled it away in a line that said, Zora and Stamets wrote an algorithm? Question marks? Where's Hooray? Is he doing anything?
Up yours, Hooray. You don't get to do a fucking thing. Except eat a lot. I know that these guys almost always got a plate of food. Him and Reno would
Yeah,
get
he's
along.
like Tony Shalhoub in Galaxy Quest.
Or that. I forgot, yeah.
I love that movie. We just brought up so many things at once. Which one did I want to focus? I wanted to focus on the Tarka thing. Out of the myriad things, because a lot of them are also going to come up in our season wrap-up chat. But specifically for this episode, the Tarka conclusion lands like a wet fart. Because I don't know what we're left to feel about him, and we're just kind of told, I guess at the very, very last second, he kind of comes to the understanding, oh yeah, Oros is probably dead.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted him to see it. I kind of wanted him to go to his parallel universe and find it empty.
Having been destroyed by the DMA of that universe.
I don't even care.
That would have been fucking poetic.
I thought, or I was actually kind of thinking, he beams over, but it's like, oh, I'm still just in space, and dies. Oops, I didn't think this through. My blow up the DMA to get its power source plan.
This is all an elaborate plot to space myself.
Yeah, I mean...
Whoops.
Yeah, I think Tarka could definitely have used
better writing.
Yeah. I mean, in like
Doyle is acting.
Yeah,
his
Sean
ass
Doyle,
off.
the actor, is phenomenal.
I think this episode is the one where it let him down the most, because there's no way for him to have conveyed these feelings that are so complex so quickly in a way that the audience will follow the journey.
Yeah, I also like the conclusion to this chaotic kind of mission that he's on is it doesn't have that satisfying, like, oh, he realized he was wrong. Like, he did the thing. Like, if they wanted to give him a redemption, it needed to start sooner, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm fine with him not having been redeemed.
Yeah,
I wish they didn't fucking...
He doesn't deserve it.
he didn't deserve it.
They've done much better, like, complex villains that you understand. Like, we understand he wants to get to another universe to see Oros. Is that enough for this motivation? Probably not.
But, I mean, I'm okay with him realizing he fucked up, and I don't think that necessarily means he's redeemed. It's like, it's good, you've recognized you're a prick. Now die.
Mm.
Yeah, it feels like they completed the character just by being like, oh, just kill him off.
I mean, I think they did. The thing is, they kind of had two Ahabs here, right? And like we knew that they were going to redeem Book, because we weren't going to let Book, one of our heroes, be the bad guy forever. So they had to let him be redeemed. And they did.
It took him a while.
It took him a while, like, yeah, it took him a while. But now we're left with this other guy, and like, it would have been totally fine to just redeem Book and say, no, Tarka's just an asshole and will always be an asshole, and it's good that he's dead. That would have been fine.
So you think he didn't, like, it would have been better if he never even had the coming around and understanding that he probably lost Oros and everything.
I mean, I would have liked to see him have the realization, because that's even more tragic. Like, I don't want him to, like, die thinking that he won. Mm-hmm. I want him to know that he's a failure. Yeah. And that his plan was stupid. Yeah. And that and that Oros is dead, more than likely.
Yeah. I did like the line he says to Book when Book is trying to convince him to save himself or something, and he says that's exactly what Oros would have said.
Yeah.
That's a good line.
Yeah, I thought that was nice.
Maybe that's, I wasn't thinking this at the time, but as we discuss it, like, maybe it's less about him, his moments at the end, and more about it. Maybe it's more part of Book's redemption arc.
Yeah, that might be more right, actually.
Is that, we're not supposed to see this as a redemption for him, this is just Book having this moment with him and trying to, like, be like, all right, you fucked up in the worst way, but I'm still going to try to save you. And him being like, nah. So maybe that's what it is. It's more about Book than it is Tarka.
Yeah, you might be right. It might not be a redemption. Maybe we're giving him more credit. Like, it might just be a no.
But then they played the redemption.
I was gonna say, I don't know. Yeah. Ames said that there was redemption.
The redemption music is...
Well, it's for Book.
It was gone.
It wasn't for Book. Get out of here.
Yeah.
He'd beamed away, and it was just Tarka alone on that
We already
ship.
knew from last week that Book was going to be redeemed, because he was
because
already...
Jet reached out.
Yeah, because he was already in prison with Jet.
Well, and because he's Book.
Yeah, like, there was no turn in this episode. Like, Book was already the good guy.
But he's continuing by, like, trying to show mercy to Tarka.
Well, because we know that. We know that he's compassionate. We know that he's empathic.
Yeah, well, and the whole thing this season was him wanting vengeance, and by not only thwarting Tarka, but then not taking vengeance on him proves he hasn't...
Book had the arc this season.
I
don't know if anyone else had an arc, and we'll get to that in a hot second. But yeah, Book was good. I liked his conversations with Jet all the time. Yeah. I did notice, which is also fucking sad, like how the president doesn't get a name. Jet's wife never gets a name. Yeah. So I'll assume
we don't name women.
Chris's and my fanfics are canon, because literally, like, there's this moment where she's like, oh, and this other, okay, I can't do the Tig voice that well. Oh,
she likes to have her sandwiches cut diagonally.
Yeah, in the other universe, there's not going to be a Kaihim or your terrible nephew or my wife.
Terrible nephew.
My terrible wife.
Like, you can't name your wife. Your wife doesn't get... Okay.
I mean, the other thing, though,
imagine if they were like, who?
Okay.
Who's Charlene? Have you been paying attention to anything I've said?
Okay, real quick, because Caitlin hasn't seen it yet, but you two have. Minor, for those of you at home, minor spoilers. There was a child actor in the first episode of Starfleet Academy.
Terrible.
Worse than Book's nephew, or just as bad?
Here's...
Oh,
this
wow.
isn't a spoiler. This is just me being face blind. Or child blind.
Oh, you thought it was the same child?
No. This is me assuming for that whole first scene that he was supposed to be like 2 or 3.
Oh, yeah.
And then learning later when it's like 15 years later and he's 21. I'm like, that was a 6-year-old? What?
I thought it was.
Well, he aged like a Rozhenko.
So. Yeah. But yeah, no, that kid was so bad.
He was like, very bad.
Like, oh, is he worse than Book's nephew or just equally bad? And I'm still not sure.
Oh, that's a tough call.
He was.
I didn't like him.
I hope there are not flashbacks because I fucking loathed him.
Yeah,
anyway, back to this.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean back to this? This is very fucking important.
I mean,
yeah, but we'll be talking about that show later.
We will.
Not today, I hope.
Not today.
No.
That's that'll be after next.
You're like, that's next
season.
week. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
getting back to book and arcs and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure Michael had much of an arc, or at least an arc that paid off.
I mean,
and I've
like,
been
for once. That's
yeah,
okay.
and I said I've been tracking this since the first episode when they tried to kind of like, and they even referenced the first episode in this episode with her Kobayashi Maru thing that really kind of like surreptitiously tested her with.
Here's the thing: they had to remind us about it
Yeah.
because it feels like it was so fucking long ago that none of it. Like we're like, wait, that was this season,
and because
anyway,
it doesn't pay off.
No.
Because I've been watching this whole thing because Villette in the very first episode asks Michael, "Have you ever been in a no-win scenario? Effectively, can you save everyone?"
Apparently, yes.
And
she's like, "Watch me."
Like, there's a hot moment where it's like, "Oh my God, Michael's going to order them to fire on Book's ship and kill him." Book gave him
whatever it takes.
Yeah, gave the impression that that's what he wants. That's not exactly what happens. And then I'm like, okay, good. Book died. We get to see Michael's impacted by something that she was in a no-win scenario, I guess, even though she's not the one that ordered any of this. But no, then he's back and she gets to eat her cake and fuck it too.
I mean, here's the thing though. So did Kirk.
Yeah.
But that was the next movie.
Yeah,
that was another
true.
movie. That was not played.
Yes, but still,
they traded David for Spock in the next movie.
And the ship.
I
think Kirk cared more about the ship than David. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
True.
who didn't? Yeah.
But
imagine the phone call he's gonna get from Carol.
Oh yeah. Worst part is he didn't even tell her. She calls him like, "Jim, have you talked to David recently? I haven't heard from him." He's like, "Oh right, I was supposed to tell you
about that."
Did
I tell you how I saved Earth from the whales?
But yeah, I feel like I mentioned this when we were talking about it at the time, but like, they never actually, I think, make the captains face no-win scenarios in these fucking things.
No.
I mean, in the Wrath of Khan.
True, yes.
Kirk faces the same thing.
Yeah.
He sees the consequence. He actually has to live with Spock dying.
But he didn't.
But only for a minute.
The difference is he didn't order Spock to die.
And that's
Spock
also
made
true.
himself die.
Yeah.
There is a hot second when Burnham's like, "We're gonna have to send a great pilot to go ramming Speed Book's ship." And this moment, and it made me fucking cringe.
She looks pointedly at what's her name?
Detmer.
Yeah.
And Detmer stands up ready, like, okay, this has been my calling all along. She doesn't get any lines.
Nope.
It's just in the face. So, some good acting from Detmer. She stands up like, I'm gonna do it. And then Ndoye jumps in and is like, no. We don't kill people on this show.
I don't want them to kill Detmer because even though she does almost nothing, for whatever reason I like her. Detmer just wormed her way into my brain from
She's
the first go. Yeah, but her noble sacrificing herself would have meant something.
Well, it's because we've actually gotten to know her a little bit. I feel like I understand
better than Ariel.
8% of her personality.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen in one episode.
Yeah, so. I do have a note here, though. Starfleet really, and I might have said this actually during the Tilly Cadets episode, so correct me or stop me if I have, but Starfleet really has to work on getting their people to stop being so ready to noble sacrifice themselves, because Tilly goes to noble sacrifice herself with Vance.
Yeah, he's like, we can't leave once they're out of. She's like, oh yeah.
Starfleet officers, not just in Discovery, but just in general, are way too ready to noble sacrifice. They need to I feel like there's nothing wrong with a noble sacrifice, but I feel like it's way too high up the list of options for them. It's guys, that should be
They hadn't blown up the ship, just ask
Janeway.
Janeway.
Unless you're Janeway, when that is option 2. Sometimes 1. But you know what? She's earned that right.
Yeah, I mean, I did, the scene in which Burnham does think Book has died.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Sonequa Martin Green is acting a whole lot all
she's
over
incredible.
the place.
No, yeah, she's great.
That's a really, intense scene. It looks great.
And then
She
we get
plays
to
it
watch her
beautifully.
like pull herself back together,
Yeah.
kind of, and like
I'm still in
like
charge.
in a like, okay, I still have to like save the fucking world.
I'm not putting Rillick in charge. I hate her.
It was also, I did think though, when when they were first thinking they were going to get his pattern, he's like, oh, beam him straight to the bridge. It's like, Michael, what if he Star Trek ones?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how about sick bay? How about straight to sick bay and beam me there too? Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, he turned inside out and
then exploded.
Yeah.
Also, I gotta say, just since we're talking about Michael interacting, unless there was like a metric fuck ton of crying in season 5, I'm forgetting, this woman does not cry as much as the internet likes to claim. Which I'm not surprised about, but like, good God.
I mean, she kind of used to.
Did she? Like, I don't remember her crying that much. It's
She
like,
does.
There used to be a lot more crying. She's crying less, and I have no idea what next season brings because I haven't seen it yet.
She cries more than other captains. She cries more than Janeway, for
She
sure.
certainly cries more than we ever saw Kirk cry. I'm just saying.
She does call for her ship to be blown up less, though.
Yeah, that's true.
That fucking low bar, that.
Yeah, even when she really should. Like
Yeah.
back in season 2.
Yeah. Oh, dearie dear.
Yeah, when we do have that hot moment of Detmer almost agreeing to sacrifice herself, we got those looks from Owo looking so worried. It's like, yes, that's right. The shippers need this.
Oh, whoa. Oh, no.
Well, it's also because just like, automatically, whoever is in those 2 front seats are best friends, even if they're not lovers.
That's why they didn't have a second seat in Voyager, because Tom Paris loves himself.
Exactly.
And sailing.
Yeah, in that one episode.
Yeah.
I wanted to be in the Navy. What? That came out of nowhere.
Well, rum and
Starfleet
buggery.
Why did Starfleet have a Navy? Anyway.
Because they have an ocean.
Yeah, there's still oceans.
You feel like navies would be the responsibility of each individual world and not Starfleet.
There might be like aquatic worlds where there's just...
Cetacean ops.
Anyway, sorry, that's not this episode. I'm doing it again.
Yeah, that's true. If you have cetaceans that are like
Opping,
they could just be your navy. You don't even need boats. You can just have whales that just go around and
Yeah, right. That's true.
cop whales.
All whales are bastards.
Wasn't there an 80s cartoon called like Fish Police or something?
Oh, God.
What?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Fish police?
It's like sponsored by Gordon's.
And the Gordon's fishermen.
Anyway, I did it again. I apologize.
Dragging it kicking and screaming back to this episode, we do get some stuff from Tarina.
Yeah.
And,
oh, yes!
And good on her, because, making Spock proud, as one would. She's like, yeah, I could mind meld with that thing.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the mind
That
Crazy
actually,
bitch.
that was in my notes. Was like, oh,
You're
yeah.
allowed to look at your notes, Chris.
I keep going to look and
Nah.
keep stopping because I distract myself with Fish Police. Yeah, I love that, though. Like, fucking ill-advised mind meld, classic Trek.
I think it was very... they needed to do something.
They did.
They had a Vulcan.
You know it was bad because she got a nosebleed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was
and
green.
really, we didn't get much from that interaction other than we found out that
They're a hive mind? Didn't we figure that? That's important.
But that's the thing. But I think that's a thing that we would have figured out regardless. Like,
Yeah, but we figured it out now.
We
And
did.
Tarina got to help, and I like her.
That's
Yeah, I
true.
love Tarina.
Did you find anything out? Gracie is pregnant. Wait, fuck. No kill. Wait, no, shit.
Yeah, I like the using a mind meld tactically.
Yeah.
Because so often, whenever they're like, we need to communicate, we need to find out if something's lying, or need to find out what really happened here, or communicate with something that's hard to communicate with, and you've got a Vulcan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, there's no better mind meld than one that's risky and a bad idea. Love a bad... Plus, I feel like it's kind of a throwback to that one TAS episode where Spock like mind melded with a cloud through a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the other thing, it made me think that the hand really does nothing in the mind meld. I think it's got to be more of like a psychological thing.
Yeah, I think
because
yeah.
she wasn't in physical contact with 10C. If anything, she was in physical contact with Zora.
Yeah.
So the hand just does nothing.
Yeah, like I think maybe it can help, but I think you're right in that it's probably mostly like a centering thing.
It's like having a magic wand. It helps you to direct it, I think.
Yeah. Did Spock have direct contact with V'ger? I think he was just in it.
I think yeah, exactly.
Or the cloud.
Well,
True.
there's also a moment where he like in TOS, there is one where he like
through a wall.
like fucks
twice.
with a guy's head. So,
But he did have to take his glove off to Katra into bone. So.
well, see, that's such a big data transfer, it's
more,
faster.
He needed more bandwidth.
Like he could have done it, but this way it was.
That's like the USB-C adapter.
Yeah, it's like instead of doing Wi-Fi, he was on Ethernet.
I got it.
Oh, that's good.
Makes sense.
I like that. And then there's been no like developing really the Saru Tarina romance. But it's still cute.
Yeah.
And I think they've decided to start hand stuff or something.
Oh, definitely.
No, that's home run, guys.
Oh, for Vulcans, that's true. It's all hand stuff for Vulcans.
I made that joke in my fanfic. Linus, I'm surprised you don't know that's hand stuff is pretty much all they do. That's not how Linus talks, but I can't. I don't have a Linus voice.
We'd like him to not talk, so I think that's fine.
Why couldn't Linus have sacrificed himself?
The noblest sacrifice.
We need an expert pilot. Linus? I'm afraid of ships.
You know what I mean? They're like, we need an expert pilot. He doesn't even know what's going on. He just accidentally beams onto Book's ship.
Hey, this isn't the mess.
And everyone just kind of looks at each other awkwardly and like, we want to pretend that was on purpose and like noble. And they go, yeah, sure, why not?
Also, 2 birds, 1 stone?
Yeah.
Oh, Linus.
I'm jumping around in my notes, so apologies. We never go in any particular order. Just what fancies me fancies my thought at any moment.
And
but
it's just so hard to focus this season.
Yeah, but
said the writers.
Here's a question, because Burnham is connecting with 10C, and they're in communication back and forth for a while.
Yeah.
And she tells them, when they're like, oh yeah, why are you sad? She's like, well, what was up with the 2 guys on that ship?
Mm.
And she tells them, well, one of them was really sad that he lost his boyfriend and wants to get back to him and a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was Book. But I don't know if anyone other than Book knew about Oros.
Yeah, I don't think Tarka ever told anybody other than Book.
Did Book not?
At least not on screen.
Did Book not tell Michael?
Well, no,
Book wasn't there.
He hasn't.
Book had already fucked off by that time.
Yeah, because he didn't find out about Oros until after the casino, which is the last time they saw each other.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought that as well.
Unless
the writers of Star Trek really need to like take notes.
Yeah. Did Book tell Tig? And then Tig told Michael in the 30 seconds before she left to have soup.
That's what we call TikTok. That's where I get all my news.
But that distracted me for quite a moment in that thing. Because I was like, wait a minute, does she know this?
Maybe Rillick had the backstory and was like, oh, this Tarka guy, you should know that he's probably crazy.
He gives people identical flasks of booze in celebration.
Aurelio was called up and was like, "Hey, so this guy I've been working with on
Aurelio
on the jump drive thing. He's kind of obsessed with this guy Oros, and he's gonna do some really crazy fucking shit."
So I found a letter.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys know that song "Hey There, Delilah" by the Plain White T's?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
It was big like 20 years ago, but never went away.
Song.
Yeah, that one. So the lead singer of the Plain White T's wrote that song about a woman who doesn't like him, never liked him.
Awkward.
Like, it is the most stalker song ever, and I'm suddenly imagining that Tarka being like, I've got to get to the other universe to find my lost boyfriend. I'm wondering if that boyfriend is not his boyfriend, and in fact,
Oros is just like,
he's just like, I moved to New York to get away from you, you creepy, stalky fuck.
Oros just like, he left me this note. I'm leaving for other universe. Catch me later.
Flush sound off stage.
Yes.
I actually love the idea. That's what it really should have been. We should have gotten a scene. Tarka did make it. Finds Oros is there with somebody else. Like, oh, Tarka, wow, you actually managed. Hi,
hey,
this is
buddy.
Ted.
Well, isn't it the end of Castaway though? Like,
well, I've never seen Castaway.
Wilson?
Does Wilson end up with another ball?
Wilson finds a tennis ball that he really likes. And Titleist was very jealous.
It do be like that sometimes.
No, wasn't that a thing though? Like Tom Hanks.
Oh, does he get back and his wife has moved on or something?
His wife is married again. So
I don't know. Probably. I don't remember that being the case, but that feels right. Well,
go on with that.
This has been a rough day for Chris.
No, honestly, it's great that after this fucking season I can laugh so much.
Yeah. Or Tarka finds Oros with that universe's Tarka.
Well, that's the thing that I kept thinking. I was like, listen, you're going to go to this other universe. There's just going to be other versions of everybody.
Well,
there's going to be another you.
It's not quite cheating then, I guess, kind of.
It's not just another him, but the other him is slightly taller and has a slightly bigger hog.
Tarka's like, threesome? Me some.
Tarka strikes me as definitely the kind of person that if he could fuck himself, he would.
Oh, totally. Yeah, so, a couple of random thoughts. At one point, they say, because, they're trying to get all the ships to Earth to help out the evacuation. At one point, they say, the Mitchell just jumped in, which I'm like, does the Mitchell have a jump drive?
You said because you said they used the word jump specifically.
Maybe I'm totally.
They did.
Maybe it was just a bad. They didn't quite get the line.
Did the writers
right.
forget
warped
that there's no other ships?
They
that
arrived,
have it? Or maybe the Mitchell does have one because Aurelio and
they
Tarka were building it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I thought that they put the prototype that they built into Bookship, which is now blowed up.
I caught that too
sucks.
when I was like, did they mean to say warped in? Because I feel like in the past I can't remember if they've ever before this series obviously used jump to mean like warped in, but yeah.
Yeah, jump usually means the
Jump.
jump drive.
In this show, at least, yeah.
Right.
The dash drive, as they called it one time.
The dash drive?
The
displacement activated spore hub
drive.
They never actually called it. I realized, I was like, wait a minute, it's the fucking dash drive. Jesus Christ. But luckily they never actually say it in the show.
But
it's there.
That's what it was. But yeah, they do say the displacement activated spore hub drive.
Yeah, I bet you it was.
This show is stupid.
Them just not noticing that they used that word.
The wrong word, yeah.
Yeah, I bet you that's the writers just being incompetent.
Because the Mitchell was supposed to just be a Titan.
And there's no fucking story editor on this show to catch that shit.
Are they just drunk all the time? Like, who is writing this show? That's what I'd like to know.
Yeah, or like a script supervisor should have picked up on that. Anyway.
Or one of the actors.
Or one of the actors. Yeah, no, actors are dumb. They're not going to do shit.
Wow, damn.
Yeah, actors aren't allowed to change their lines. They
put the kibosh on that after years of Picardo.
Apparently there's
I thought you were going to say Robin Williams.
There's a new documentary out about like the making of the final season of Stranger Things, and people are putting clips of it online where like the actors are looking clearly like this is bullshit. This is really stupid, and I can't believe I'm saying this stuff.
Nice.
And like questioning the directors.
At the end of what? Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I bet they didn't have a plan.
No, I mean it's total Game of Thrones situation there.
Well, Game of Thrones, there was still a story, and they had to get to the end. Each season of Stranger Things is its own story.
That's true. Anywho, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so they really threw the book at Book.
Hey.
He's going to jail apparently.
No, he's not going to jail. He's doing community service, which I think is more fitting.
Fair enough.
I mean, is it though? He really fucking...
Well, he doesn't need to be in prison for what he's done.
Well, I mean, here's the
he
thing.
almost killed everybody.
Well, not just almost, because you can't tell me that with all of those asteroids and the panic that is on planet Earth, and they said that Titan got really fucked up. You can't tell me that nobody died.
Oh, and Titan is where that guy we met last season was from.
With the silly helmet.
And just because it turns out that you, like, trusted the wrong person, like, oh, you were manipulated into doing all these crimes? Oh,
yeah.
Well, in that case...
Well, and this might be a question of, in that case, what is the purpose of a prison? And I would think that in this future, the Federation specifically, maybe Earth also specifically, or whoever, would be past just prison.
Yeah, you'd
to do a more rehabilitative thing, to do this community service thing, because they can look at Book and be like, you're not a harm to yourself and others. It would be more a better statement to say that you are now making things right, than to lock you in a cell.
Restorative justice.
Yeah, like I mean,
he should have to go rebuild Titan. By himself.
Which is, he's
they're
not,
sending
not by
him to Europa,
himself, but
apparently.
he is...
Cold on Europa, though.
It is.
It's cold on Europa.
Yeah, now Tarka maybe would have made more sense prison, because he's gonna try something else stupid.
Yeah, no, he needs to be in, like, a ward.
Well, he blowed himself up, so...
Thank God.
Yeah, thank God.
As far as
right.
we know, he could come back.
Dude, he better...
Sorry.
No, please tell me he doesn't come back in season 5.
I shouldn't have said that.
Ron Tarka will return in Avengers Doomsday.
Ignore me.
Is he coming back?
Shut the fuck up.
You shut the fuck up. Is he in this fucking show? I don't want any more goddamn Tarka.
Okay, alright.
I'm quitting this podcast if Tarka's in this fucking season.
Reset.
No, that's all staying in.
Is Tarka in the next season?
Don't tell her.
You tell me the fuck.
You're gonna have to stay tuned.
I'm fucking leaving. I'm out.
You have to watch and see.
I can't. If the fucking answer to season 5 is more goddamn Tarka.
Trust me, there are infinitely worse things in season 5.
We'll get there. We'll get there next season. Let's finish off this season.
Yes.
Did we need Tilly?
No, well, no.
I like Tilly.
I like Tilly, but...
That whole Vance-Tilly dynamic when they're trying to save shit, like, felt out of place, because it's like, Tilly's a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it Tilly that's here? Because she's a character we know.
Also, they definitely fucked.
Where's
I don't
Willa?
care what anybody says.
Willa would be here.
Has
Nope,
Willa been in
she's
this
gone.
season at
I don't
all?
think
I think she was
has.
only in season 3.
Who? Briefly.
She was his like aide de camp last season.
Yeah.
I don't even remember who that is.
Yeah, she was kind of bitchy. She
Where's
was kind of like
Nan?
security.
Nan would do it.
Yeah, but did you want to see Nan again?
It would have made more sense.
It would have made more sense.
But she would have taken a sip of the whiskey and gone
yum.
and then Vance would have had to space her.
Which would have made that one of my top 5 favorite episodes of the season.
There you go.
Yeah, it just really highlighted the fact that they should have just kept Tilly on the ship.
Yeah, they probably should have.
They could have had. You know what they totally could have done, which would have made my opinion a lot more favorable
Of the season or of Tilly?
of the whole what they did.
Okay.
This season was have Adira be the one to go off and be
Maybe they actually
Starfleet Academy.
probably go to the academy.
Yeah. Send Adira to the Starfleet Academy,
They pop up in the new show.
and Tilly comes here, and then it's Adira who helps Vance with this, because it even makes more sense because Adira is from Earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, Tilly's from Earth too, but a totally different one.
Yeah, no. Adira's from contemporary Earth.
Honestly, though, since there's now a Starfleet Academy show, I would much rather have to see Tilly sometimes, assuming that happens, than have to see Adira.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Well, whatever. We got Jet Reno. I don't give a fuck about the rest of them anyway.
Yeah. And the Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And the Doctor.
Oh, yeah. Picardo.
I forgot.
From
Picardo
the little
was
Jake
in
and I have seen so far, Picardo does still nail the character.
He's still...
I love him.
I can't wait. I can't wait to watch.
Yeah,
I forgot that it was already out, and when you were like, "Yeah, I watched the first episode," I was like, "Son of a bitch, it's already here."
But yeah, no, I think I would have liked it better if they had kept Tilly and sent Adira away. Because it would have made more sense why Adira isn't doing anything else this season.
I think they needed something else happening this season. Because there was that whole stretch where it felt like it was just being dragged out because they didn't have enough plot. They could have had a fucking B plot for the engineering team because Stamets just disappears and just does nothing but occasionally fix something.
Yeah.
Hugh does still keep doing shit, but that's, his thing. But yeah, the rest of that team, silent as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Well, since we're already complaining about the season, do we want to shift over?
A couple other little things, because just finishing up the Tilly Vance thing, it was also super duper clear that they're just alone on one set the whole time. It felt very this is probably COVID protocol that there's no one else around. It felt like a bottle episode. Every time they cut to that scene...
it was a Flask episode, Ames.
Oh, good one. Yeah, every time they cut over there, it just felt like the momentum dipped.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there was that. But you wanted to talk about our new guest star before we move on to the season wrap. The President.
Oh.
President Unnamed.
Oh, yeah, President No Name. Yeah,
Stacey Abrams.
Yeah, Stacey Abrams. And, I was going to talk about this in my season wrap
because
it's my low light of the season.
Okay, I was going to
Stacey Abrams was your low light of the season?
Well, yes. And I'll tell you why.
Harsh.
No, because I like Stacey Abrams. If I were in Georgia, I'd vote for Stacey Abrams. I don't know if she's still running for things, but she
Well,
was at the time.
Don't worry, Jake. We're liberals, so we can just do voter fraud.
Oh, that's right. That's true. I'd vote for Stacey Abrams 3 times.
Do you know what their Soros check? I'm still waiting for mine.
Yeah, I haven't gotten mine yet. You know what it is? Because I've been slagging off. I haven't gone to enough paid protests.
Yeah, me neither. Damn it.
Anyway, I like Stacey Abrams. I thought that, and I have generally no issue with a real-life person, including a politician, making a cameo appearance in Star Trek, and it's happened before, right?
We had Mae Jemison.
We had Stephen Hawking as himself.
Yeah, but in those contexts, Stephen Hawking worked in context.
Yeah.
Mae Jemison, they never, drew attention to it.
No, it was just an extra background.
She was there.
And, so... In principle, I wouldn't have a problem with Stacey Abrams, who's a noted Star Trek fan, showing up as just a Star Trek character or background or even having lines. What irks me and what made it so cringe for me is that Stacey Abrams, a politician, Democratic politician, shows up as the president of Earth. It just feels so on the nose.
Should have called her President Stacey Abrams.
It just feels so on the nose, and the reveal of it was done so much see, liberals that like Star Trek? Look what we're doing. We took your favorite politician and made them the president.
Yeah, it wasn't it was. I don't know if I would call it fan wank, or if there's a new term that has to be invented for this. But it was a specifically look who it is, not here's a character for you.
I will say this does tie, though, into my honorable mention, which is that cameo gave Ted Cruz a big mad.
It did.
So that was funny, at least.
That's nice.
You know what is also annoying? I've listened to a couple different other podcasts of people outside the United States, and they see Stacey Abrams walk out, and they see, there's literally a pause for reaction moment.
Yeah.
And they're like, who is this? Why?
They're like,
should we care?
Is she some Star Trek actor I forgot about?
What they should have
What's
done,
happening?
if they were smart, was just bring just film multiple versions of the scene for different markets.
Oh my god.
Kind of like how...
is always the right answer, though.
The idea behind Fraggle Rock, which they didn't do in most markets, sadly, was that the segments with Doc and his dog would be different for every... the Fraggle stuff would be the same. But every country could, if they wanted, film separate sequences.
Yeah, because they're separated.
Yeah, and only a couple of countries took advantage of that. In one country, it was a lighthouse keeper and his dog, and something else, and something else. But yeah, that's a great idea. The Fraggle Rock approach, have your local...
The Power Rangers.
Yeah!
When they were in costume, it was just generic Japanese action
footage. Yeah.
And when they were out of costume, they were American high school students. Yeah.
The other thing about this scene is it's not going to hold up to the test of time.
No,
it was
it's already dated.
For the moment.
I couldn't remember her name. I was like, who the fuck is that? Oh yeah.
And I don't know. Imagine if they put the shoe on the other foot. Imagine if it was Trump, right? How would that have aged?
Listen, they already got their moment. They mentioned fucking Elon Musk as being some genius.
I was about to say, we know how that aged if you just watch Home Alone 2.
Ugh, gross.
Yeah,
a politician's always a bad idea.
Yeah, and I think
just in general, not in television. Just
I mean, I don't have. I think making the politician the president of Earth was the problem. If it was just a cameo by Stacey Abrams as crewman number 3,
like the time that Prince was in fucking Voyager.
Yeah, or Seth MacFarlane in Enterprise, where it's just he's just there, he's just a crewman.
Or Fleetwood Mac as Antidians for reasons.
Yeah. It also, I feel like it helps too, that's before Seth had done a lot of live action work too, so
people didn't
at the time you didn't necessarily know that was Peter fucking Griffin.
True.
You might have gone, that sounds a lot like Brian. Is that Brian?
Is that Peter fucking Griffin?
Well, he was also just an actor. He wasn't there as a cameo. He is an actor.
Yeah, Seth I'm pretty sure was... I mean, yes, he is an actor, but...
Yeah, first and foremost, he went to RISD.
That was definitely a... Hey, I'm a famous Hollywood actor, and I love Star Trek. Can I please be in Star Trek?
And Star Trek answered and said, yes.
Okay, so normally what we do, because we've somehow already segued into our season thoughts... Did we want to start with highlights and then pile on the lowlights?
I like kind of finishing on the high note.
I haven't done that with Discovery yet.
Oh, okay.
No, but Jake did already kind of start us.
There haven't been many highlights, to be fair.
Jake did start us with the lowlights, though, so I feel like we should just continue for continuity's sake.
Oh, no. I don't know if it's fuck you. God.
Okay, fine. We'll start with the highlights. Fuck it.
Okay.
I'll just get to complain more about the cameo later.
Great. Well, we'll check that box again when we get there.
Let's me open me notes.
I'm gonna go.
You go.
So, I hated the character. I hated a lot of things about it. But I thought Tarka's actor, you said his name earlier and I've forgotten again.
Sean Doyle.
Sean Doyle did a really good job in his breakdown.
He did.
Even if it didn't feel as built up to as it could have been, and we don't know what its purpose was, he did a great job. Well done, him.
Yeah.
He's a much better actor than this script.
Yeah, he's also on my list as a highlight is Sean Doyle.
Yeah, kind of my sub thing of Sean Doyle, because he is great. I love him with Oros. So
Yeah.
say what I know I'm not sure what I think of Tarka as the character, because I don't think they created a full character.
They did not.
No.
His relationship with Oros is quite lovely.
Yeah.
And I thought that, those flashbacks were really well done.
And that's when it felt like, oh, I started to, look at this character, not just immediately sigh. Because, again, like I said, I think for the longest time, I didn't like him in not the way that was intended. I just didn't fucking like him.
Yeah.
I think eventually, especially after seeing him with Oros, I think at
That's
point...
a turning point.
It's a turning point, and then I think you start not liking him in the way that is intended.
Exactly, yeah.
Because for a while, I think it's so much of it is just that it took so long to get to know him at all.
Well, it feels like the writers didn't know him until that point, and they should
Yeah,
have gone
maybe
back
that's
and
what it
rewritten
is.
those earlier scenes.
Yeah, interesting. But yeah, I think by that point, was he the villain of the season? I'm not quite sure.
He's
He's
an
he's
antagonist?
he's an antagonist.
definitely,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. Another highlight, Haas.
Yes, Haas. Haas is on my list.
We love Haas.
I love Haas.
Was Haas?
The casino owner.
Oh, yeah.
He was such a ham.
great. I liked him. Plus, he kind of had that, hooker with a heart of gold
Yeah.
quality to him.
Yeah.
He's sure, he's the king of the black market, but he's also trying to get, Book and Michael to, work it out.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for you kids.
Yeah.
You're fighting over illegal weaponry, and I just want you to be happy.
Yeah, somehow they put so much more work into this character
This
than they did
random
with
guy.
any of, Bridge Crew.
Yeah.
And also, I think I noted at the time that it's also clear that actor is having a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
It would
And
be
that was-
very difficult to play a character like that
Yeah.
or not, I think.
It made him so watchable.
Yes.
And I think it goes without saying, David Ajala.
Yeah,
I
that's
said
my
it
number
before,
one.
carrying the season for a specific moment, Ames, because I know those are important. I think, there's so many great moments, but...
We don't do moments for the top and bottoms, but...
Oh, we don't? Well, fuck it. The mandala scene, though, anyway.
Oh, that's a good one.
Just because, I feel like that's a scene that would be really easy to have overacted, and he didn't.
And that's Book?
Yeah.
What's his name?
David Ajala.
Thank you.
Who, as I was saying to you in the car, I'm just going to throw this out there, man's only 39, could be James Bond.
I would love for him to be James
He's only
Bond.
39 now?
Yeah.
He's younger than us?
Yep.
He's my age.
He's
He's not younger than me,
Oh,
Jake.
you
I
fucking
thought
child.
Jake was the youngest one at the table.
Not
No.
Well, apparently not,
Apparently,
because I'm
I thought
not
we had
40
this
yet,
discussion
am I?
before.
We have you forgotten. But yeah, going back to the mandala scene with Hugh,
Yeah.
that was also some great use of Hugh.
Yes.
Which we, fucking damn it,
Yeah.
don't get enough of.
No.
And I thought Culber was excellent
Yeah.
in that scene at understanding his role as counselor, but also as friend, and kind of balancing the two to help someone, which was really good.
Yeah, but I think that
I'm
was...
counselor, but I'm also friend.
But yeah, again, and that would have been
Billy.
so easy to overact, and he... I mean, almost, basically every scene where he had to be emotional, he nailed
yeah.
this season. It's astounding.
All of Anomaly made it to literally the top thing on my list is just David Ajala in Anomaly.
Yeah.
Because that is him just emoting and grieving and fighting, and the scenes he has with Paul.
Mm-hmm.
You remember, I rarely have a good thing to say about Paul, but the scene that he has with that kind of hollow of Paul is a very beautifully done scene.
Yeah. Yeah, so again, Denis, I know you listen. I know once you're finished with
Big
Dunk
fan.
3, you're going to be moving on to Bond. David Ajala.
I really hope. That would be so great. I mean, he would be fantastic. And it would have the benefit of pissing off a whole bunch of white supremacists, and I love that.
I bet he'd look great in a tux.
Oh my god, I bet he'd look great out of a tux.
Well,
Yeah.
that goes without saying.
The other thing about
He's
Book,
fucking handsome. My god. Sorry.
other than that he's just fucking
Yeah,
handsome.
sorry.
I kept expecting, because they did it last season with Detmer, was for him to just suddenly be cured at some point.
Mm.
Like either like the mandala scene or
like his grief is over now.
Yeah, or when he mind melded with Tarina, and I thought for a second like, oh, now his grief is cured, but it never is.
Nope.
Like it becomes a process. It becomes like a part of his character that this is his character journey,
just like real grief.
Yeah, which you don't see a lot,
No.
even in serial types of media.
Yeah.
That they like, there will just be a point where it's like, okay, and we're done with the mourning now.
Yeah. No, it's he's
All right, grief over.
Oh, is that all you got?
Yeah. Just 3, right?
I thought it was just supposed to be.
It's a conversation.
It's a conversation.
Oh,
we're not
okay.
doing.
Oh,
For some reason, I thought it was like 3 and 3. I don't know why.
Apparently, you've never listened to one of our Discovery Rap
I
episodes.
think I'm like blending.
We kind of just popcorn.
Yeah.
Generally.
I was like blending Discovery Rap with traditional season rap, I think.
Well, I got a couple that I can mention. I actually really liked Species 10C.
Oh, ditto.
Just the whole concept.
They're so alien.
They're so alien. What I wrote is very alien, very cool.
Like,
Yeah.
I wish we'd gotten just, like, not a lot more, because they would have overdone it.
Yeah.
But just, like, a teensy bit more of them. I don't know how you could have done it effectively,
if they had paced it better and we were able to get, the finally getting the conversation fluid was not just done off screen.
That could have been good,
Like, I wish we had another episode, or even just part of an episode, where we were
getting to that point.
spending more time, like what we did in the previous episode, where we got sort of the learning about the farts and how to do the light thing.
Yeah, the
Learning
Linkos
about the farts.
bridge language thing.
Yeah.
Like, that was really interesting, and I liked that a lot, but I could have used some more of it.
Their design is fun, and it's interesting that they're a hive mind, but like because you feel like you think of the Great Link, and like they exchange ideas and feelings and all this, but they still have a sense of individuality.
You should watch Pluribus. Pluribus is really good.
Pluribus is really good.
And I feel like even with the board, like, for all that there's the hive mind thing, we know there's still, no matter how fucking hard they try, every drone has like that little seed of themselves in there somewhere fighting to get out.
Yeah.
Whereas these things are a collective but an individual, and that's really we haven't really had that in Star Trek before.
One thing I started thinking about, because when we're seeing them communicating with Saru in their new algorithm language, is that they probably never have to communicate like this. Like, since they're a hive mind, they probably don't need to use their lighty pheromone thing an awful lot, because they just know.
Right.
So they created this lighty pheromone thing for the stupid humans, for the stupid blob things that are in front of them. And I almost wonder if what they needed, because I think I had enough Species 10C to get them, but a thing that might have been just enough to help how are they suddenly fucking fluent in the 10C bridge language, is perhaps if, because they're so advanced, Species 10C were the ones who sent them a new algorithm. And like the dictionary, or if they were the ones somehow if they just started speaking English, it might be a little much.
That'd be too much.
Yeah.
Something that was clearer.
Well, it could be like, we need this very primitive form of language just so that we can establish ideas. But then once we have that, we can use that language to build a newer, more sophisticated language with more vocabulary.
I guess, this isn't what we're asking for, but just occurred to me a way that could have kind of make this all make a little more sense. The ill-advised mind meld.
Yeah.
They got just enough information from her about how humanoid language works, and maybe she gets something from them that she's able to tell, like, oh, do this, and then that, because each side got a little from the other,
that makes some sense.
That bridges the gap further.
Yeah, and I did like that, that gave something Tarina to do, and it would have been a little more consequential. Because, like you said, did we learn anything from that? We learned, like, one little thing that we would have learned anyway.
Yeah. But still, neat species.
Speaking of Tarina's high on my list of things I like this season.
Oh,
And I especially love her and Saru.
Yes.
I mean, that's fucking obvious, but god damn.
Yeah.
I love them.
They're delightful.
That was going to be my highlight for sure.
That is a good, they definitely have a good chemistry.
Well, it's just really cute watching Saru, like, kipping around.
Yeah, this episode was definitely like, and then my favorite thing about the women is the boobies and all this stuff. Yeah, they're so cute. They're so adult, too, because I think we mentioned at one point that I think it's a fan suggestion that the T apostrophe is for women who were betrothed. But I don't know if that's canon.
I don't think
so.
So
I almost, like, for a hot second, I was like, I wonder if Tarina, had a husband at any point or had a spouse at any point. But she's like very clear when she says like, I don't do relationships because of my job.
Yeah, and we also I think again, it's not said in canon, but we all kind of feel like at some point it feels like Sarek's very traditional. So betrothal was probably becoming increasingly uncommon by the 23rd century. And now with the 30 whatever we're in, and it's also Navarre and the Romulans are there, it's probably not a thing
Romulans are probably like, we're not doing this ancient bullshit.
Yeah, they're like, what's wrong with you people?
But we want to play the gong.
We'll start a band then.
Cali Fee is just like a spectator sport now.
Oh, yeah.
Right, speaking of Romulans, I was this close to liking Javini. There's something very interesting in her. She's the Coatmalat nun.
Thank you. I was like...
I was watching the blank expression in your face, like, Ames is going to explain who this is in just a moment. She's the Coatmalat nun from Choose to Live.
Right.
Very interesting story. They didn't nail it.
No.
But, I liked her as a character.
Sure.
Who does do it wrong.
I completely forgot that fucking even happened this season. This is crazy.
Yeah, that was that feels like ages ago. I just had to double check that Choose to Live was the season because I'm
I guess that was supposed to tie into the larger thing with kind of like Book and Tarka, wrong way.
Yeah, good intent. Well, it's what taught us that intent matters.
Yeah.
Even though the next episode we forget about that, but that's fine. And it gave Mom something to do, but that's on my bad list.
Yeah, I liked the moral quandary, particularly how it affected Book in the example
Cool.
Dealing with the prisoners.
And I liked Felix a lot.
Yeah, particularly Felix, who was the one that was like, no, I deserve to be here. I'm a die now.
I forgot all about that too. This whole season is like a big empty.
Well, that's part of the pacing thing. The first half of the season was really 6 to 7 episodes of setup. Kind of like how they're going to do in Picard whenever we get to Picard. It's a lot of individual learning the things. That's when we had Choose to Live. That's when we had the prison episode, the examples. That's when we had the Michael getting to vote in the fucking what do we do with the
Drunken Sailor?
Drunken Sailor. Yeah, there you go. The voting parliament thing. And we don't really get to the plot until actually an episode ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first half of the season, before their little mid-season break, feels almost unrelated.
Yeah.
Practically, yeah.
But we did get things like the examples with Felix, who is a very interesting character, who we don't get to know enough about, because I wanted to fucking do anything with him. Because the Voyager episode Repentance does it better.
Yeah, that's the one thing, is that, it is kind of trodden.
Yeah, but you can definitely see in that episode, that's where the rift between Book and Michael just happens.
Because Book's like, no, DMA bad, we must save him.
Yeah.
And then I say, this is kind of a highlight for me, is that Burnham actually becomes kind of competent as a captain this season. It takes time.
Yeah, she's settled into the role.
I feel like she's matured. And, comparing this to even earlier this season, Michael, where she's still very impulsive. She still kind of goes off and does her own thing and gets in trouble for it.
In what ways are you thinking specifically, the competency that we see?
Well, I think, honestly...
Telling Detmer to go ram a ship.
Well, yes. Potentially, right? Potentially making
part of the test.
A hard decision, like sending Detmer...
I wish they made that more of a
certain
moment.
Death, or, facing the death of Book, where I feel like even just a few episodes ago, she would have...
Yeah, we had that episode with Nan, when Nan was gonna have to do it for her.
Exactly. So, I feel like showing that arc of her... And in this episode even, Rillick goes to rub salt in a wound and is like, hey, remember how I told you that I wouldn't give you the Voyager because you're not mature enough? Well, now you are. And, I think that they did a good job of showing that, if it only came together in, the last 2 episodes. But I'll give them credit anyway. I'm grasping at straws here, folks.
I'll take it. A couple little things. Even though I I know we're probably going to shit on this character in the lowlights, because of course we are. I still actually do like Zora's song in stormy weather.
God, that was this season.
That was also this season.
Jesus.
Yeah, Zora sings the song, and even though it's a what the fuck is happening, it's still very pretty.
Yeah.
I liked her playing board games with Gray.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple little interesting Zora things.
Yeah.
But I also think they also lose her a little bit by the end of the season.
Yeah, that's okay.
A little tricky to make a computer a character. Not impossible, obviously. History has shown, but, you know, it's not something Star Trek normally does.
Anything else?
Yeah, last thing for me is that I think the finale episode did a better job than usual balancing the action with the kind of more thoughtful scenes. Because I feel like there were definitely times, except for the Vance Tilly ones. Those ones took me out of it. But most of the time, it actually felt like it wasn't just, oh, we're going to punch Osira to death. Oh, we're going to punch Leland to death. I forget what happened in season 1, but I'm sure there was punching someone to death.
We punched Lorca to death, right? Maybe?
No,
that was...
He got thrown into a sun.
They gave...
Did we punch him into the sun?
They set them...
Kind of fell.
They set them up the bomb.
Oh.
And
What'd you say?
And gave it to Chancellor...
Laurel.
Thank you.
Okay, that was a good one, too. But yeah, right. This one also,
we punched the Klingon Empire to death.
I like that the answer to this season wasn't punch it to death.
Yeah.
It was actually to find common ground. I think that's a wonderful message.
Yeah.
Like they've been saying all at season long in Michael fucking logs that the theme of the season is connection. Did you all guys get it that the theme is connection?
Like
and they did it.
Shuttle connected with Book Ship.
Oh, delightful.
Cool. I feel like so many of our good things were kind of also backhanded bad things a little bit.
Well, because it's like, look at how they did this right in contrast to all the times they did it wrong.
Okay, I know it's not supposed to be moments, but I have to say this again because I need to say this again. The fucking Earth Tourism Guide. Fuck. From,
Earth Tourism Guide.
I have no idea what you're talking
from
about.
the Galactic Barrier or whatever on the bridge is like, what are you gonna do when you get back to Earth? That is the encapsulation of all the fuckery with the bridge crew this season.
The bridge crew this season, yes. Okay, that's we've segued into lowlights of this season. I call it in my notes the bridge crew icebreaker exercises.
That works too.
Yeah, because they literally do it with every single one of the bridge crew characters.
So bad.
Yeah.
But that scene is just like it's like they were building to it the whole season. It's like, this is dumb, and here is the dumb crescendo.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is somewhat related to, in a way, but I think this is much more egregious, and that is demoting Adira to an extra.
Yep.
And Poochieing Gray.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, both those things.
Oh, he does literally go back to his home planet.
Yeah, my people.
Except he makes
it. Need me.
He does make it.
As far as we know, because we never hear from him again.
No, Adira says that they heard from him. That he's fine. He's settling into his new job or whatever.
He likes patting the symbionts in the pool. But
Adira, because Adira in particular was really set up last season as like, this is going to be an important character that we're going to care about and is going to have some interesting stories. And then in this season, it's just like, nope.
Yeah, we never use any of their Trill experiences when we have 1.5 million chances to. It's never important again.
I think the writers just forgot they had a symbiont.
I think they did. I think they thought, oh well, when we create Gray, the physical, that'll take the Trill out of.
But it doesn't.
But they don't, because that would have killed Adira.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
No.
Yeah, because Adira's Trillness
never
comes up this season at all.
Yeah,
they're just awkward.
They're just like literally their entire. It's not even a character arc. It's just it's a single trait. Is you're the new Tilly. You're the new awkward character who's self-conscious, and I think that's emblematic in the idolizing Detmer scene, which just feels like
comes out of nowhere,
telling us a thing about this character without them having anything to do.
No, yeah,
and it makes me upset because I thought there was so much potential in them last season.
There was,
and they run out of things to do with them.
Yeah, they really do. Well, they run out of things to do with a lot of people, and I think that. Yeah.
But there was so much space they could have filled in all these episodes where nothing happened.
I guess that kind of leans into my next one, which is the extremely drawn out pacing, where they basically had a feature's worth of
It should have been a 2-hour movie.
It should have been
It probably would have been a really decent movie.
It would have been a good movie.
Yeah, because they could have kept it nice and tight. It would have been great.
But they just spread this shit out like a goatsy. Like
not back to goatsy.
No, here we go. Back to my earlier example. Too little butter scraped over too much bread.
That's good.
That's better than goatsy.
That's
Anything's better than yeah.
Yeah, I think the pacing issue of this season was also it had all these starts and stops where exactly nothing had the correct urgency.
Nope.
Things that didn't have urgency, like in I forget the episode. It was in the examples because we're dicking around with whatever Tarka and Stamets was working on when they were trying to figure out what was at the center of the DMA, something. They were treating that like it had to happen this fucking second in the middle of an evacuation of this asteroid or moon or whatever it was. Which was the thing that should have been the urgent part of your plot, which they dicked around doing.
Yep.
And took way more time, and there was never any urgency in that scene because it was all in the scene that didn't have to be happening right now.
Yeah, totally.
And it drove me nuts.
Mm-hmm. Fucking Tarka.
Yeah.
Most of this season, again, I hated Tarka, but I don't think for the reason the writers wanted me to. Yeah, he was just so obnoxious.
In contrast to how good of a job Sean Doyle did with it.
The character is just so badly written.
The character's terrible.
I just fucking spaced the prick. Ugh.
Yeah, I also hate a writing ploy that they use in which, before he's even introduced, they tell everyone he's going to be the most obnoxious man you've ever met. And then he appears, and he's like, I already know what the writers want me to think about you. Which I don't like. I don't appreciate that.
He wasted food. I know it's replicated food, but it's still wasting food.
Did he not eat the potatoes afterwards?
I don't think so.
No, he just made a big mess.
Made Zora clean it up.
Yeah.
Or a dot.
This isn't like terribly low, but it is something that just felt kind of out of place in the season and like a weird bottle episode that wasn't a bottle. It was anything but it just felt so detached from everything. Is the Space Cadet Adventure Hour?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like they wanted to have a standalone episode, which
normally would have been fine, but
in the midst of this,
and like when you find out in the end, it was really just a way to kind of
get rid of Tilly,
write Tilly out. Like, oh, we'll get it kind of like last season's what they did for Giorgio with like, okay, we're gonna give Giorgio a big 2-parter send off,
big farewell,
an overly long send off that misunderstood the mirror universe.
What the fuck? What? We had like 8 hours of goodbye for her, and like Tilly, we were just like, bye.
Well, Tilly got her adventure with the cadets, and then it was like, I feel like teaching tonight.
I feel like chicken tonight. Holy shit.
Yeah, and just like with both Adira and Gray, it feels like they've run out of things to do with Tilly. Yeah. That all they have left for her to do is shove her out the door.
It's like, with a character that was written to be awkward, she stopped being awkward, so they fucked her off. And then we're like, well, we still need an awkward person, though. And it's like, guys, so much of this crew just is awkward.
We have all these great lines only an awkward character has to deliver that are just waiting in our awkward line pool.
Guys, I get it. You're trying to appeal to Star Trek fans. A lot of us are weird and awkward. I don't watch Star Trek to see me. I watch it for competency porn. I don't need the ship to have anxiety. I have my own. Thank you. I need the escapism.
I'm trying to think of another sci-fi show that does this kind of thing, and I can't.
Space Cases?
I mean, that's for kids, isn't it?
Yes, that's why it's meant to be an insult.
Like, I'm trying to think, like...
To this, not that. That knew what it was.
And part of this is because Jake and I just watched the first episode of Starfleet Academy, where there are just the occasional, like, jokey scenes. And I'm trying to think of another sci-fi show that has, like, the same kind of level of, like, seriousness or even, like, a serialness, either take your pick, that decides, oh, we also need to have this tone that's fun, but it is jarring against the rest of the scenes. And it feels like they're intentionally trying to make it fun and cute. And I don't get it.
I can't think. Yeah, I mean, I don't watch enough non-Star Trek to be sure. It does bring to mind, though, and it's fascinating, there's this video game series, the Yakuza series, which somehow manages to have, like, the main plot of every game is the most melodramatic thing ever. It's very serious, everyone's very straight-faced, and it's always this, like, simple crime ends up being, like, the beginning of a rabbit hole that leads to massive government corruption.
Good.
But then the side quests are some of the most insane fucking things in the... Like, there's one where, like, you have to help a dude because his Roomba sucked up the engagement ring he bought his girlfriend and then escaped his apartment. Same game, and yet somehow it never feels jarring.
That's interesting.
They somehow balance...
Do they play goofy music under it?
Oh, fuck yes.
Interesting.
It's very enjoyable to watch.
It is so weird how somehow these are all the same game. The same guy is going between, like, zany adventure and if I don't do something, the Japanese government is going to collapse. And it never feels wrong. I don't know how they manage it. Get some of those writers onto Star Trek.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, because I want... It's the tones frequently feel all over the place, and I feel like a lot of that is whenever Tilly's doing something, whenever Adira is doing something, and they play their stupid, goofy music, the infantilizing music that is making you supposed to feel like, oh, something cutesy's gonna happen, and yeah, it's strange to me. Moving on to my list. Does anyone remember Non? Does anyone care?
Yeah. Non was a non-presence.
You already made that joke.
She goes non and non and non.
And she didn't do anything. Like, she was just there for Michael to realize, oh, there might be stakes. But there aren't!
Ooh, steaks?
I
like steaks.
Steaks.
But because Non doesn't have to do anything, she's just there to be, like, motivation?
I guess.
She's not a character.
No.
She's not.
No.
She could have just been a dot with a gun.
See, for some reason, I'm like, it's not a phaser. It's like a fucking 6-shooter and somehow found.
And the dot's wearing Ndoye's hat.
Oh, if Star Trek were Fallout.
I'm just happy Fallout is Fallout right now.
I want to see that show. Does anyone? I have so many more things. Unless anyone wants to.
No, go on.
I can throw one in.
Throw it in, Jake.
I didn't like that there were no consequences for Ndoye at the end.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Light,
yeah.
Like, the implication is she's still gonna be very important in the Earth fucking security
President
force.
Yeah,
Stacey
she's
Abrams,
hanging out with the fucking president.
Yeah,
for
President
Christ's
Abrams
sake.
was like, don't you ever scare me like that again. You know, it's like, okay. But, like, she did try to sabotage this whole mission. So...
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I mean,
especially
Book
when
at least gets community service.
And it's Rillick's idea as well, because there was that moment when they're on the bridge and they're like, you know what we need is a military perspective. Get Ndoye out of fucking quarters where she's locked up.
And again, I did check. According to Memory Alpha, Reese is their tactical officer, and he's like,
He's just incompetent.
Fuck me then? Okay.
You already got your line about being in a hurricane once. You're done.
Very tangentially related. I meant to bring this up earlier. I feel very bad for his actor. Because there's a scene where they're kind of just when they're all there, like, they bring the bridge crew for no reason to see 10C, and they're, like, panning across them, and poor, whatever Reese's real name is, was, like, kind of in the middle of starting to smile. So, like, he's just got his teeth awkwardly open, and, like he was in the process of smiling, and they caught him at, like, the worst moment.
No.
In glorious HD. I'm like, oh, poor Reese's actor.
Well, hopefully he got paid.
I'm sure he did, but...
We're assuming.
How many sandwiches?
Yes.
$40 and a sandwich, like Ron Perlman in the first Fallout game.
I meant to send you guys that the other day. He did an interview recently, Ron Perlman, who he did the introduction to, like, Fallouts 1 through 3.
Didn't he have that War Never Changes? Like, isn't that his thing?
That's his thing.
His line.
For the first game, his pay was literally $40 and a sandwich.
That is shocking.
Which is $40.
I could afford that.
I mean, also, like, Ron Perlman wasn't as
big in 1990, whatever it was, 5. But still, like, the fact that he got the Walter rate plus $40 tickled me.
I wonder what kind of sandwich it was.
A good one.
Ham.
Oh. Sorry, I got us off course. Again, I do that. Sorry.
How dare you?
But yeah, I mean, also, like, there's no consequences for Ndoye.
No.
There's no consequences in fucking general.
No.
Yeah.
Like, as
Book
much,
sees the most.
as much as I would be very fucking sad, because I don't know if this is the story they would have wanted to tell. Book should have stayed dead.
Yeah.
Like, otherwise, we're just saying, no one ever has to pay anything.
No. Like, there needed to be a real loss, and there wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was Quajon at the top, like, and that's not a loss. That's the inciting incident.
That makes me feel bad for Book.
Not to mention, if Quajon hadn't been destroyed, we might have had to have seen more of his nephew acting.
Oh, that would have been bad.
Then really we would have felt the consequences.
Yeah, and in that episode, when we're talking about, will Michael ever see consequences, and we meet Rillick, I don't think I ever got a sense for Rillick as a character.
I don't think the writers did.
I've seen a lot of reviewers praise the kind of relationship that she and Burnham have throughout the season, but
do they have one?
But I don't get it, because from the start, Rillick is mostly Michael's cheerleader. She's the one kind of setting up Michael for success.
Yeah.
Like, even when she's like, "Oh, I'm testing you for this Kobayashi Maru thing."
I might call her more a mentor than a cheerleader, maybe.
No, because Michael doesn't need mentoring.
Doesn't she?
No.
What do you mean, no?
Her mentor was Prime Giorgio.
But if she didn't need mentoring, she would have already been ready to be a captain of the Voyager or whatever.
But Rillick isn't the one who mentors her.
Is she a coach? Maybe she's a coach.
Life coach? This season, it feels like they needed just one more draft on the whole season. Like, it really does legitimately feel like they never quite figured out what they wanted Rillick to be. They only figured out Tarka towards the end. Like, the only character who I think they knew what was happening with him throughout was Book.
Agreed.
And thank God for that, because that one thread kept this from being utterly unwatchable.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going back. The reason I say cheerleader instead of something like mentor or coach is when we're in All Is Possible, which is the one where Navarre doesn't want to join the Federation because they want an escape clause.
Yes.
Rillick specifically brings Michael on board so Michael can meddle.
Yeah.
Rillick doesn't say any of this to Michael. She doesn't coach or guide Michael. She just brings Michael in saying, "Okay, we're going to watch what Michael's going to do because it's going to be great, guys!" And I flip out.
Was that also the one where she was explicitly told to ignore orders, or was that a different one?
That's a different one.
Okay. Because that was funny. Like, Rillick gives her an order, and then Vance is like, "Okay, I need you to disobey that order." Yeah, what was that?
What was that? That was when she went and did All In. When she followed Book.
Yes.
Because Rillick said, "Don't you follow Book now."
And Vance was like, follow fucking Book.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, so even if she were here mentoring, she's really here for Michael to disobey all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't get their relationship, and I just don't.
I don't either.
She's intended to be adversarial most of the time.
She's there for Michael to win things.
Yeah,
she's there
for Michael.
She's there for us to say, "Oh, Michael outsmarted Rillick again! Hooray!"
Doesn't seem terribly hard.
But they're on the same team. Fuck it! Hooray!
There's definitely a way to do, like, we're on the same team, but our adversaries and I need to outsmart you. You can do that. There's in Mass Effect. There's a character who is the worst. he's the same kind of thing. Like, huh?
Is it Caden?
No, fuck that guy. He's the worst for a different reason.
Oh.
No, there's this guy. I can't think of his name right now, but he's like the same kind of, like, just a slimy career politician. And so, like, you're on the same team, and occasionally you have to work with him because, like, I hate you, but you can maybe push through this thing we need, and it's a whole thing. And I think the problem is they couldn't commit to Rillick actually being, like, actively bad.
No.
So, like,
I don't think she had to be actively bad.
No, but, like, she needed to be something.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it's, like you said, I think combining your ideas, Jake and Ames, it's like, her status against Michael was whatever it need. Like, sometimes she needed to be a foil, other times she needed to be a cheerleader, other times she needed to be sort of a mentor. She did, like...
A cheerleader?
Did that happen? Oh, dear.
Yeah, I've never heard... I've known you for 20 years. I don't think I've ever heard you do that.
Yeah, I went non-rhotic for a second. But yeah, like, she was inconsistent.
Yeah. Or really it was that she didn't have... She was inconsistent in that they couldn't pick one.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I think a good example is like Admiral Nechayev.
Yeah, there we go.
You know,
Yeah, Admiral Nechayev is I'm here because stuff needs to get done and I'm going to do it even if Picard doesn't like it.
Yeah.
But I think that was done better.
Or Cisco. Or if Cisco doesn't like it.
Yeah.
A couple other things. We're still spinning our wheels with Culber, and it makes me so fucking sad. Because I love Wilson Cruz. I think fun. The stuff that he does get to do is nice, but it doesn't add up to anything.
Well, he's a great actor. You know what I mean? Like, he's obviously, like, capable of really great depth, and it just kind of sucks that, once again, they just don't know what they're doing with anybody at all, you know? And...
that, since he didn't go down to the planet, they let Pollard show up.
They did. She had no lines, but she was there.
I like seeing Pollard. I don't know why. We know less than nothing about her. But
good, because if we ever did, they'd kill her off.
Yeah, really. Hope that we never find out.
Get scared if there's ever an episode where we get Pollard's backstory.
She actually, that thing, I guess she really, because I've talked repeatedly about how I feel like the Bridge Crew just should have been a bunch of Leslies. She's kind of our Leslie.
Is she the blonde in the back?
No, she's the other doctor.
She's a
black the doctor.
Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when they need a doctor and Wilson Cruz isn't there, it's her. Sometimes she's there with Wilson Cruz.
I feel like we never see Wilson Cruz do any real doctoring. I feel like it's always her. Like, Wilson Cruz has kind of gotten relegated to doing, real doctoring. Real physical doctoring.
Medical doctoring.
I feel like medical doctoring.
Like
I feel like we see him doing the psych stuff these days, which is fine.
Because they've changed his specialty.
Yeah.
Like, mid-show.
I feel also, too, like, they just really, this for me is a low light. You will not agree.
Ooh,
but they didn't use Anthony Rapp enough in this season, I feel like.
Actually, I do agree. Because it means they're not doing anything with some of the characters that they should be.
Yeah.
Well, I think they sidelined a lot of characters.
They really did.
Yeah, like all of them. But
I think you could just put all this under the headline, sidelining of characters.
That's fair. But I didn't fucking care that they sidelined Adira or half of the other fucking characters. I care about Stamets because I love Stamets. And I know he's a bitch, and that's part of why I love him.
Well, I'd also say just like Tig Notaro, right? Who was always just kind of a occasional guest, but... There were definitely times just like, where's Tig? When Tig's not on screen, all the other characters would be saying, where's Tig?
Yeah, because she doesn't show up at the end. She's neither in engineering nor on planet.
And I think a lot of it must have had to do with like shooting schedule and COVID protocols, because there was also that weird scene in the middle of the season where she was physically in the scene, but clearly not physically in the space with the other actors.
Yeah, I think that was in the examples when they're working on...
Oh, yeah, they were working on
the DMA thing.
To bring up The Simpsons yet again. Oh, we can just finish the movie by using B-roll. Jiminy Jillikers.
Yes, that is what it feels like. There was also a scene, and this segues into another thing I want to bring up. The one, I think it's But to Connect, where we decide Zora's sentient, and we'll get to Zora in a hot second. Where I swear they CGI'd Kovic in or something. Because he looked fake as hell.
They might have.
So I wonder if he was also one of the ones that wasn't there most of the shooting days. And it was either like composited in or shot in a way that made it look like he was there.
Maybe.
But I also don't mind because I also got very sick of Kovic this season.
Kovic is annoying.
God, fucking.
No reason for it. Like the scene with Kovic and Hugh where he was like,
who therapizes the therapist?
Psychiatrist. I was like, what the fuck is happening here?
What?
Why would Hugh go to this man?
Oh, it makes even less sense in retrospect.
I know, because you don't know this man. I think in that episode when we covered it, we listed 15 other characters Hugh should have had this conversation with.
Yeah, but it was just because, well, we have Cronenberg, so we got to do something.
Why do we have Cronenberg?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Doesn't matter.
I brought up Zora because I wanted to give Caitlin the opportunity to shit on Zora.
I just don't. I don't have anything. It's just not. You can't have a computer making its own fucking decisions.
I just think
you can't have a computer be like, I'm not gonna tell you. Yes, I know the answer. Nah, 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 nah. I would pull that fucking computer's plug and fucking delete it and fucking upload the newest version of Windows. I'd be like, bye, Zora, you fucking dumb bitch.
Zora, you're great. We love you, but like.
We're sending you out to a pasture somewhere.
Well,
we're sending you to the fucking farm.
I think part of the issue is we can't, it's really difficult because of the sphere data, and the sphere data resists destruction.
You know, they should have just had a secondary computer installed.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It's like, she's still there.
Yeah.
But occasionally we bypass her and go to the not anxiety computer.
Last season? Yeah, it must have been last season. That she downloaded herself into some dots?
Yes.
Do that.
Yeah.
I wonder if it would have helped if they'd anthropomorphized her. by like having her, since she is the ship, hollow herself.
Yeah, or even like be a picture on a screen of a mouth talking,
or
smiley face,
or
Birdie and Moon.
Or just give the ship a mouth so that when Zora talks, Discovery's like wah 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 wah, like Kermit the Frog.
the deflector dish.
Yeah, like Happy Voyager.
What's the matter?
Aww.
What's the matter, Zora? I'm worried about the crew.
But like, what is it? Red Dwarf does that. The ship's computer is sentient, but it's a face on a screen that you can like look at. And,
no, don't like that.
Maybe giving it a body in some capacity, maybe would have made it more relatable.
A computer having a face is usually creepy. I don't.
Well, that's
that.
right. She could
be like a hologram.
Yeah,
what
like because it's Star Trek.
Or a cartoon character.
Mass Effect wasn't there a Cortana or something?
So there was an AI that got downloaded.
Isn't there a Microsoft
body.
fucking tie-in to bullshit?
Yeah, the ship's computer became sentient, and they put it in a robot.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, see the
Could
thing.
have done that.
The
Could
thing
have done it.
I struggle with about Zora is that, and I wrote this down because it's idle.
Why does she have an English accent? Where would she have ever heard an English accent?
Perhaps is that she's both underexplored and overexplored in the same season.
Oh my gosh! Yep.
Because they spend a lot of time with this sentient computer thing. And you're like, oh, this is something important. But then there are just times where it's like, no, we're not going to tell you anything about what's going on with this.
Yeah.
And expect you to either know or expect it to be news or I don't even know.
Boo.
Boo. Boo Zora.
Boo earns.
I was saying Boo earns.
A couple other little things. I'm not sure that was a good enough reason for Gabrielle Burnham to show up and choose to live.
Not really, no.
I love that actress.
Yeah.
I love her with Michael. It made no sense that it was her.
Not a sausage.
Sausage.
Oh, yeah, don't say that. I'm hungry.
We talked about that already. Oh, speaking of parents who don't make any sense when they're in scenes, we meet Ghost Book's dad.
Oh, yeah, because Book had a brain injury or whatever.
Yeah, his TBI dad.
Oh yeah, Ghost Dad.
Which took me out of it because we've had so many ghosts on this show.
Yeah.
Too many.
But
What a
none
ghost
of
for
them are
Star Trek.
fucking Gates McFadden, thank God.
Right.
Seriously, the one series she's not in.
Yeah, no ghost fuck candle this series.
Thank God.
That's a low light for me.
You know what drives me nuts is he's not a ghost. He's an alien.
I know.
I know.
It's true.
But still.
I
know
I
you're
thought
right.
talking about
The fuck candle. The
in
fuck
yes,
candle.
in some
It's a
version.
fuck candle alien. If
Yes,
you get it right.
Yes.
Yes.
But I thought you were talking about Book's dad. I was like, I thought he was just an hallucination. But yes, the actual Candleman.
Candleman, is that his last name?
It is now.
Yeah.
Fred Candleman.
Ronan,
I was going to say
Ronan
Bill.
Candleman.
Ronan Candleman. I forgot he had
whatever.
a given name. Yeah, Ronan Candleman.
Couple other
Ronan,
nitpicks
what a
I have to
dumb name.
pick at because of course I do. No one got tinfoil eyes. Big
I know. What the
missed
fuck?
fucking
Oh, wow.
opportunity.
What the fuck,
Yeah.
man?
Well, the
Angry.
great, and also just doing the Great Barrier of Book ship off screen,
Yeah.
which made because they made it
The
such a-
Great Barrier.
It was such a big deal that the Discovery barely made it, and then yet we just find Book and Tarka on the other side with no real explanation.
You know, the Galactic Barrier is semi-sentient, it turns out. And it was like immediately just looked at Tarka and was like, I don't need this man inside me. Let him through. Let him fucking through.
But I'll say some of this is, I think, is nitpicky, and I think we're being very nitpicky on some of it because I
Yeah.
don't think we'd have made these same complaints about other Star Trek.
I think if the season had been less of a slog,
Yeah,
we'd have been way more forgiving.
I think a
Yeah,
lot of this
this-
is
Well,
like
because eventually it just feels like more and more of the same.
This
Yeah.
is me. I am like this show's biggest defender
You're not the biggest defender.
in this
I've-
group.
I've seen people on the internet.
In this team of 4, I am this show's like on this podcast. I'm the show's biggest defender, and I'm just like, wow, this season was undiluted tedium.
yeah, it was just so. I think the pacing was the worst.
It was
and that really
awful.
killed it. And then all the other stuff just kind of stems from that.
Like I find stuff to enjoy still. Again, I didn't like it as much on a second viewing, but I still find a lot to enjoy about seasons 1 through 3. I think, despite some choices, I will overall be entertained by season 5. And like, is this season the worst season of Star Trek ever? No, because it's not Enterprise season 3, which is philosophically reprehensible.
Yeah, or
This
Picard season 2.
Or Picard season any.
Or, yeah, I was going to say, or Picard
Disagree.
season 3, or Picard
No,
season
I know.
1.
I need to review Picard, but yeah, it's unlikely.
Oh, don't worry, you'll get your chance.
It is unlikely I will think it's worse than Picard season 2. But, like, you know, it's just boring.
Picard season 2 was worth it for me just for the end. Like, it was terrible, but I loved it.
Caitlin's got weird taste. I have two more two tiny nitpicks. These are tiny, but one of them is just a blatant error. And because I re-listened to our coverage of this, and I was like, oh God, fuck when they did that. That moment in Choose to Live, when we're mind-melding with Book to figure out what happened with the birds.
The blue.
And they're looking for blue, and they freeze frame it on blue, but nope, that was the wrong blue streak.
That was annoying.
And I was just indicative that no one is paying attention.
It ties into the jump thing in this episode.
Yeah.
Like little details.
Someone missed that. Like, you realize you just alienated the audience who's paying attention.
I don't even remember what this was in reference to. Refresh me.
They were looking for, like, evidence of...
Tachyons?
Yeah, would have seen a blue shift in light.
Okay.
And there was all this blue light in Book's vision memory.
Okay.
But then they were like, yeah, we didn't find anything. I was motherfucking blue!
Were you even looking?
So much art. Tarina, you might be colorblind.
I was gonna say, she totally just zoned out and wasn't paying any
attention.
But
That
she
was
like,
indigo. So.
But she couldn't admit it, you know, so she just had to be like, nope, there was nothing there.
She was thinking about
the Vulcans are just being pedants and just looking for one specific wavelength, and they didn't find it.
That does track for them.
Final thing, because we got to see some more this last episode, which is everyone's favorite thing, and that's the fucking flame-spouting walls.
Oh God, the farting flame walls. Which I noticed they have something similar on Space Dock or whatever it is. Whatever ship.
Oh, Vance's.
Oh, that's headquarters. Headquarters is just a ship now.
Yeah, the headquarters ship, HQ on the go.
I missed that.
It wasn't the same, like, there's like the little farting pipes that they have in Discovery, but it was like, you could tell that there was a very similar tech being used to create flame effects.
Yeah, no, those flames are so stupid that they make me laugh. I love them.
They shouldn't make you laugh. Like, you shouldn't be in the middle of an action scene saying, "Oh, that's funny."
Well, I mean,
wrong tone.
I don't even look at them, but like the first time, because I think you guys had to point them out to me. Like, I hadn't even been aware of them. Then you pointed them out. I was like,
Chris doesn't watch this show.
I do. I missed the flame spouts until you pointed them out to me. Back in, when it was originally airing however many years ago.
Yeah, in those scenes when you do notice them, it takes you the fuck out, because it's like, why did they decide that this pyrotechnic thing was suitable for this scene?
It's ridiculous. And the ships are still made of rocks.
Well, that's just a established canon.
No, I know, but
No other ship has had flame spouting pipes.
No, that's...
In the middle of the bridge.
I wonder if they have them in Starfleet Academy. Have to keep an eye out.
Yeah.
So in conclusion,
Star Trek.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean...
Final thoughts.
Not the worst season, I think, of Star Trek ever, but not the best either.
Like I said, definitely the weakest of Discovery so far. Again, if my memory serves, I think it's better than 5, worse than 5 as well. So I think this will stand as my least favorite Discovery season.
No, 2 I can't fucking... I do not...
Which one was 2? The Red Angel?
2 was Red Angel.
Yeah, I don't like the Red Angel. It's stupid.
Made me so pissed.
And talk about pacing issues. Like, it took, 10 of the 13 episodes to, get to Spock.
Yep.
Or whatever. Maybe it was, 8. But it felt like forever. And it just... And it doesn't make any... Isn't it a grandfather paradox or whatever? Like, if she has to get there to give the last signal, the blah, 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 blah. Like, not that I give a shit about that.
Shit happening
but it's just,
there,
that doesn't work. Yeah. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's a season that if you try to think about it and make it make sense, it makes your brain hurt. Yeah. This is just a season that makes your brain sleepy.
Yeah. Oh, I will give them
isn't it?
This honorable mention, though. Something good they did this season. Thank fuck they changed the uniforms.
Oh, I didn't think of the uniforms. That's a good point.
At least for the ship people. Like, the people on the station still have the ugly gray ones, but the uniforms are so much better.
That's a good point. Thank you for bringing that up, because I thought that note and thought I wrote it down, and apparently I hadn't. Because, that's a good point.
Did you notice in this episode that Tilly only brought 2 cadets with her, apparently?
Yeah.
That girl must have died.
To headquarters, but it was
failed out.
It was the 2 that were like...
most at odds.
They were most at odds.
And they're buddies now.
And now they're besties.
Yeah, it's true.
The power of love is
and
a curious thing.
Wait.
They must have had an off-screen Voyager episode about the lower decks people.
Make a one man weep. Make another man sing.
Yeah.
Well, that, folks, does it for season 5 of 4 of Star Trek Discovery.
You wish.
I know, right? Well, that does it for season 4 of Star Trek Discovery, and we still have one season left to go, which Caitlin has not yet seen. So this will be.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to her.
This will be very interesting.
Yeah.
We'll get.
I saw the first episode and I liked it. That's all I remember.
Yeah, but there's so much more to happen.
Well, on that note, next week we will not be watching season 5 of Star Trek Discovery.
Hooray!
Instead, we're going to take a break to visit one of our good dear friends, Denis Villeneuve, in his film Arrival, which has some connection, I think, to some of what we just watched.
No spoilers.
No spoilers, but I think
funny enough, is streaming on Paramount Plus right now.
There you
Perfect.
go.
Everybody,
app.
watch Arrival with us so that you won't get spoiled when we talk about it next
that'll
week.
be a great science fiction film. Denis involved. We got our the girl that's in it. We
Amy
got
Adams.
the
She's
guy
great.
with the
Oh,
bow
I
and
love
arrow.
Amy Adams.
Bow and arrow guy. What's his
Orlando
name?
Bloom?
No, other one. From
Oh,
Marvel.
Hawkeye.
Marvel.
What is his name?
Oh,
Jeremy Renner.
There
Jeremy
we go.
Renner, that's the guy's name.
You said Orlando Bloom, and I was about to be like, no, not Orlando Bloom, Legolas. An idiot.
The Star Wars guy with the
Darth Vader.
with the
Saw Gerrera.
Saw Gerrera.
What's his name? His real name?
Forrest
Forrest
Whitaker.
There we
Whitaker.
go.
Forrest
I know
Whitaker.
his
So yeah,
name.
Did he
all-
pass away?
No.
No. Okay, anyway, so that is next time on A Star to See Hereby. Please join us again. If you do, you can download that episode next week on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, and other places podcasts are sold. You can also catch up with our social media on Blue Sky, Facebook, Tumblr, SSHB Podcast, SSHBpodcast.com. And that's great. So do all that stuff and listen to us next time and this time and all the times. My name has been Jake.
Biz McChrist.
This has been Ames.
This is always Caitlin.
Oh, Jake was communicating with 10C.
That's right.
Ooh.
Also, that was Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman edited that into this podcast.
Damn you,
One of our
Gary.
biggest fans, actually. Just one thing about flatulence before we move on. Have you all seen the clip where I think it was maybe... What?
Just one thing about flatulence before moving on.
We were talking about...
Just on its own is ridiculous.
No, we were talking about... Yeah, that's true. We were talking about Cronenberg going to take a dump ski. So, do you remember... I know you know this, Chris, but I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. Many moons ago, there was like a scene from whatever night show Stephen Colbert does, where he had Gary Oldman on, and he was like, "Have you ever wondered if some of your scenes from your films would be better with farts?" And then he plays like famous scenes from his films with farts, and Gary Oldman dies laughing.
Oh, Gary Oldman wasn't the one that introduced this.
Huh?
I couldn't tell which he was he.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did Gary
Yeah, right.
Oldman bring this
Pronouns.
up? That's
Gary
hilarious.
Oldman
Pronouns.
just editing
No, sorry.
fart sounds into his own
No,
movies.
Colbert was like, "Have you ever wondered
okay.
if farts would make this better?" And so there's the only one I really remember offhand is like in Dracula when he's like, "Welcome to my house," and he's like, and he's like, "Enter, please."
I do really like. I like that it's Colbert, but I also really like the idea of Gary Oldman sitting at home editing his own movies to add fart sounds and then giggling.
I mean, possibly after that interview he did, because he was fucking tickled.
He was
Nice.
crying, laughing. It was great. Anyways.